Welcome to Looking at the Markets. Buy low and sell high. Stocks on sale. So I'm going to use charts to try to help you and me find stocks that are on sale and might be worth considering right now for a swing trade or even buy and hold, depending on your time frame. These are daily candlestick charts, and they're provided by Trend Spider. And if you want to get these awesome charts for yourself, I will put a link in the description below this video, and you can click or tap on that, and it will take you to Trend Spider, where you can sign up and get these charts, these charting tools, and they're pretty awesome. So I'm going to use Bollinger Bands on the standard settings, 20 day moving average, simple moving average in the middle, and 2 standard deviations above and below for the upper and lower bands. And also I'm going to use the RSI, Relative Strength Index, on the standard settings. 30 or less is oversold, 70 or more is overbought. So you don't have to use these settings yourself. You can change them on Trend Spider or whatever you're using. But they are helpful to me. Now, here's one that is not necessarily the best example, and I purposely put First Republic Bank up there, FRC stock. Yes, it is technically oversold. It is below the lower Bollinger Band, and it's below 30 on the RSI, Relative Strength Index. It's way below 30. It's at 21.77 as I'm making this video. RSI for FRC, First Republic stock. Does that mean you want to buy it? Not necessarily, because it is falling so fast that you might also want to wait a little bit until the selling pressure stops, and also check the news, find out why it's falling so fast. For example, First Republic Bank recently had an earnings report that some people didn't like too much, so you may want to reconsider. It's up to you. And also, if you look at the Bollinger Bands, they're really distorted or dislocated because there's so much volatility. Look at how wide the Bollinger Bands got and then really narrow. It's hard to even read. It's hard to get a good reading on it. So sometimes when a stock is falling so fast, it distorts the Bollinger Bands, and the RSI gets not just below 30, but it's almost getting toward 21, 22 here. You might want to stay out of the way, at least for a little while. It's up to you, though. If you really like the stock, then you do what you think is right, of course. Don't do something just because somebody in a video said it. You want to make your own decisions. Do your own due diligence at all times. Boeing, aerospace and defense, huge, giant corporation. I like the way, and this is BA stock, Boeing. I like the way this one bounced right off of that lower Bollinger Band. It's done that many times. I mean, you could see it just bouncing off of the lower band here, and then boom, right to the upper band where it was overbought. And then you could have sold it and waited until it reached the lower Bollinger Band, until it was oversold, and then bought. I think it could be bought here. It's up to you. I'm not telling you what to do. But I think it looks really interesting, Boeing stock, right about here. I like that bounce there. That's a good sign. That indicates to me that at the lower Bollinger Band, I mean, look how it bounced off of here very nicely, off of here, very cleanly, more or less off of here, and then definitely bounced here. So the Bollinger Bands are pretty powerful sometimes. The RSI is not as good. It's not where I want it to be at 43. I'm looking for 30 or less usually on the RSI, so it's not confirmed by the RSI, but that's okay. You can choose to buy it anyway. It's up to you. I like it. GEO Group, GEO, is the ticker symbol. Prison stock, international prison stock, and rehab center type of thing. So if you think the world is going to deteriorate in terms of law and order, then this could be one to get into, GEO Group, GEO. And this is definitely below the lower Bollinger Band. Now, you don't want to catch a falling rock necessarily, so you could wait a few days on this one. RSI is 26.77 as I'm making this video. So it's cheap, so look at the news, look at any earnings reports, that kind of thing. But it's looking interesting. Maybe wait a few days. Let's see if the selling pressure calms down, because it may not look like it, because Bollinger Band charts can get distorted a little bit sometimes when there's extreme moves like in this one. But yeah, it's definitely down a lot. GEO Group. Next one is Baidu, BIDU. China-based company, internet type of thing. It's kind of like Google in China. And yeah, you can see how powerful the Bollinger Bands have been here. I mean, it came down to the lower band here, and then boom, right? Came down here, boom. And now it came down, but it kept sliding down the lower Bollinger Band. Ooh, that could be trouble, or it could be a bargain if you were waiting to get into Baidu stock. Just be aware of the geopolitical situation in China. China-based stocks are down generally, so maybe there are opportunities, but you want to study these companies and the economy of whatever country you might be investing in. On the relative strength index, RSI 26.27, definitely oversold. Something to think about. If you believe in buy low, sell high, this could be a good one. TWLO, Twilio, depending on how you want to pronounce it. TWLO stock. And a tech stock, and starting to ride down those lower Bollinger Band. And on the RSI, 29.30. So this one looks pretty good, maybe for a short-term swing trade. Of course, it could keep going down. And so you may want to wait a few days, see how it behaves from there, see if it starts to go sideways and curl up a little bit. That would be nice. Or you can start to scale in, maybe take a small position, and then decide, you know what, if it goes down another 10%, I'm going to buy more. That kind of thing. Just don't over-leverage yourself. Always have an exit strategy if it goes against you as well. So this one, US Bancorp. USB is the stock. It's a regional type of bank, but it's one of the bigger regional banks. And it's sliding down that lower Bollinger Band. So that could be a falling rock. You may want to wait a few days until it starts to go sideways, curl up kind of thing. But RSI is confirming 28.65. Yeah. So it's not so far down that it's scary like FRC we looked at before. The Bollinger Bands are not so distorted that you can't read the chart. So this one looks pretty good. Not bad. USB, I kind of like it. MP Materials. This thing's gotten hammered. No pun intended. MP Materials. MP is the ticker symbol, riding down that lower band for sure. Yeah, I'm going to wait a few days. Wait until the selling pressure slows down. I want to see it go sideways at least. I do like the RSI. RSI confirmation 26.71, below 30. But just still falling. Going to wait till it starts to go sideways. Yeah. You know what? Waiting a few days. What's the worst that could happen? You miss out. Okay. You leave a little type of opportunity on the table. All right. Is that the end of the world? Not really. UEC. Uranium Energy Corp. UEC stock, if you like uranium, I do think it has a future. It's just gotten hammered, down, down, down. But it's relatively cheap now. Could this double because it's so cheap? That's possible. This isn't something necessarily that's going to go up in a day or a month or something like that. This might be a buy and hold type of thing. 29.27 on the RSI. I like that. Or if you want to just scale in, that's also possible. Maybe put in a little bit, then decide you can put in more if it goes down a lot more. UEC, looking pretty good there. But again, that's if you believe in uranium as a commodity that could go up in the future. We have CGC, Canopy Growth Corp. I've covered this many times. This thing, I want to see it start to go sideways and curl up a little bit. I mean, look at this, just down, 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 relentlessly. The entire industry here. The industry that I cannot name on YouTube, but you know what it is. It's Canopy Growth Corp. And 17.18 on the RSI. This just goes to show that RSI can go below 30 and then just keep going down. Just because it's below 30 doesn't mean it's going to stop. So I'm going to wait on this one. This is too scary. This is almost like FRC. The chart I showed you earlier. This is kind of looking like that. Not as dramatic, but just relentlessly down. I want to see something more constructive there. Fuel Cell Energy, FCEL, Fuel Cell. I like Plug Power, stock PLUG, but this is an alternative in the hydrogen and fuel cell space. Again, relentless, just never-ending down, down, down practically. The Bollinger Bands almost become meaningless at this point because it's just been riding down the lower Bollinger Bands since, March, mid-March. And the RSI, 22.74. I like the RSI. I like it below 30, but I want to see more constructive price action. So I'm not swinging at every pitch. I'm not taking every possible opportunities. I'm only taking the best ones, to be honest. Like Boeing looks pretty good. I showed you that one earlier today. And USB looks pretty good as well. Etsy, ETSY. Now this one, yeah, it's not quite oversold on the RSI, 33.8. And it's just about oversold on the Bollinger Bands. I don't love this. I kind of like it. At least it's not going down. It's not just relentlessly down, 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 day after day, week after week, like CGC was, for example. This one's not bad. It's not a screaming buy to me. I wouldn't mind if it went lower and then started to curl up. That would be pretty good. So I'll watch it. And General Motors. Yeah, I like this one. GM. It just went down to the lower Bollinger Band, a little bit below it. Okay. It's not below 30 on the RSI. So if you want to wait, I get it. It's about 37 on the RSI. It's been down to this level before and came up. And it's just a huge company. It had earnings. I didn't think the earnings were all that bad, but the stock went down anyway. So you want to be a big picture type of trader or investor. Don't just look at the chart. You want to look at the facts about the company itself. Again, earnings reports, SEC forms like 10Q quarterly form, 10K annual form, 8K important events with the company, that kind of thing. And that's a good confirmation along with the RSI and the Bollinger Bands. But I like it. But if I had to pick my favorite one, probably Boeing. Yeah, BA stock. I like that one right about now. But you have to make the final decision for yourself. And feel free to get these tools, these charting tools on Trend Spider. Click the link or tap the link below this video to get those Trend Spider tools that you're looking at and a lot more. So thank you so much for watching and listening. Be careful out there, folks. It's your money. So protect it at all times. I will talk to you again very soon.